right, thank you, Coach Stevens, for allowing me to interview. My first question today is just can you give a brief recap of how the San Antonio tournament went this past weekend?
Yeah, so we were able to hit the road early on Friday morning, and we faced some great teams while we were there, and saw some other opponents that we faced, and we were able to um, build on the things that we learned from that tournament and prepare for our playoffs or prepare for our districts next week.
Yeah, speaking of district, what is this week looking like for the volleyball team as you begin to inch closer and closer to district play?
Yeah, so we are kind of bouncing off the tournament and seeing what we need to work on. And we've got 2 games before we start districts, so we're going to use those to prepare and kind of figure out the kinks and hopefully roll into districts with a win.
All right, thank you, Coach Stevens. All right, Coach Curley, thank you for allowing me to interview you. So, with our home cross country meet coming up, everyone knows Tonkaway meet. How excited are you and the team to be able to run this meet?
Well, it's been 2 years since we last ran at Tonkaway, and I'm excited because it's the most challenging cross-country course that I've seen as a runner myself. And the team always runs better on the tougher courses. So we're all psyched up because it's our home meet, host meet. We'll have a lot of support out there from the parents, the kids, the other athletes and coaches. So it's a team effort and representing Allen Academy. So we're out there to compete as best we can.
So you say that Tonkaway is the toughest meet that you've ever run on or you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What makes it so hard? What makes it so special for the runners? Just give us a little bit of insight there.
Okay, well, it's situated out on ranch area, so the surface is challenging in itself. Some places it's the footing is not quite as consistent, so you really got to be mindful of focusing on where you're going on the path. And again, being our host, we should hopefully be more familiar with the ins and outs, challenges of the course than the other schools. Just a little, and it's a mental edge too. Kind of know what to expect. Obviously, the meets of the course is best known for its challenging hills, and that's what most everyone leaves thinking about. And some of them are like immediate, big, long hills. Some of them are more subtle, and those can be the more challenging ones because if you're not expecting it, it can be a real mental obstacle in itself. Just another hill, But we've been out there to kind of look over, kind of reacquaint ourselves with the course. So I feel pretty confident that we'll have a good game plan. Each runner has a plan of action to take on the course on Saturday.
Sounds good. Thank you, Coach Curley.
You bet.
All right, Coach Adams, thank you for allowing me to interview you. My first question is coming off a big game that unfortunately ended in a loss this past week, how did the Rams respond upcoming?
We just took last game and we're going to grow from it and learn from it and try to correct mistakes we made that resulted in a loss. I mean, we tip our hat to St. Joseph. They had a good game plan. They executed and we didn't. So we're just trying to get better. It was only our second game, so we're still just really good starting the season.
A change of schedule this week has led you to playing the Calvert Trojans, a team that we know well around here. How do you work to combat the athleticism possessed by this team?
Same thing I just talked about. We have to do the little things right. We have to play our technique. We have to trust each other. We have to do our jobs. And playing a team like Calvert, if you don't, they're going to expose you. They're going to play well. So to combat that athleticism, we have to focus on the small things.
My last question is, what is the mindset of this team, especially being a younger team, as they reach closer and closer to district play?
Mindset, same thing I said earlier, improve every week. The non-district game, the non-district schedule is there to see what we need to work on. So we're a little bit beat up in certain areas, but that helps us develop some depth. But we're really focused on just when we hit the district in 2 weeks from now. So I think that's where we are right now. We know what we're doing, we know what we're doing, and what we need to work on to get better.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Coach Adams.
Thank you.